everybody, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be showing you the basics of a Scratch platformer. So I'm not going to get into it like completely, but I'll just show you like simple character movement and jumping. So first we add a when green flag clicked, and we'll make a new block. We'll call it left or X movement is a better name. X movement. Run without screen refresh. And then we put in a forever loop. And then we put X movement at the beginning. Now we make a new block called Y movement / jump or something like that. Then we also run that without screen refresh. So X and Y movement. And then I guess we could just make another block that's just called player movement or sprite movement. And we run without screen refresh. So we're gonna put sprite movement at the very beginning. So we'll make two variables. Speed Y and speed X. So in sprite movement, we're gonna do change Y by speed Y, and also change X by speed X. And while we're here, you know what? Yeah, while we're here, we change speed Y by -1 or -1.5. The higher the value, the faster your character will fall down. But when we fall down, we also need something to hit. So let's make a new sprite, and we'll call it floor or level. And I'll just make a simple box. Wait, what? No, I can just do this. And we drag it to the center, and we set its X and Y to 0. So this is like a box for Scratchy. And we'll just also make these come into the stage a little more so that you can see more of it. And we'll give it a nice color, like a blue. And we should also name this cat player. I'll make him smaller, so I'll set size to 80, and when green flag clicked, set size to 80. So in Y movement / jump, we're just gonna make it an if statement, key up arrow. I almost said arrow. If key up arrow pressed or key space pressed, we just set speed Y to like 10 or something like that. The higher you make this value, the higher Scratchy will jump. And we'll also make it so that if touching level, repeat until we are not touching level, change Y by 1. So as you can see, he'll fall down and then stop. So let's set his starting position to be x0 and y0. Now this won't really work because we forgot to set speed x and speed y to 0 when we start. And if we do that, now it'll work. And for those of you who are wondering why we made these scripts run without screen refresh, well, that's because if I remove the run without screen refresh from this, you'd be able to see the Scratch Cat like doing weird stuff. So with run without screen refresh, it just completes that stuff before we see it. And then it gets us out of there. So now in X movement, we do if or key right arrow pressed or key depressed. Now we can copy this, key left arrow pressed or key A pressed, and yeah, I think that's it. So then we change X, or no, sorry, we change speed X by 2. And for here, we'll just change speed X by -2. Now, I was never able to nail this part, but I'm pretty sure, it's speed X times 0.8, but I am not really sure. It worked! Okay, that's cool. I sounded a little too excited. Sorry about that. Anyways, let's make this a little different. So we'll make a new variable. We'll call it left right, or I don't know. For this sprite only, set left right. Now this is a little interesting, but my right arrow pressed or key depressed minus left arrow pressed or key A pressed. So now we could just remove these if statements, but keep one of these. Now the game's lagging, so I should just stop it. So we change speed X by left to right times 2. So let me explain this to you real quick. As you can see, when I click well, you can't really see me click the left arrow, but when I click the left arrow key, what just happened? Left right shows -1. And when I hit right, it shows +1, right? And when I stop pressing things, it says 0. So how can we use this? Remember how our speed was 2? We would change speed x by 2 or -2. Well, we're basically just doing left right times 2. Because -1 times 2 is -2, and +1 times 2 is just 2, you know? But we still have a problem. The player can do very weird stuff. So for now, I'll just remove these walls at the whoops. I'll just remove these walls at the top and sides, but I'll keep the bottom floor, or the floor at the bottom. And I'll also make it bigger while I'm here. So, as you can see, the player is just, he can flap. This would be useful for Flappy Bird, but in a platformer, it's not really Flappy Bird, so we should fix this. We should make a new variable called falling. Let's move this out of the way. So set falling to like something big, like 100. So now, hold up, I just forgot how to do this. I'll be back with you in a second while I think, okay? Alright guys, so I figured it out. You set falling to 0 in this repeat until. Wait, no, you set it outside of the repeat until. Then you swap out the if touching level for an if else. Then you just change falling by 1 when you're in the air. So if you look at the falling variable, I'll make it big so you can see. Now it's going up when we're in the air, but when we're on the floor, it's at 0. So how can we use this? Well, we'll just simply make it so that if the falling variable, only if we're not already in the air, so like less than 1 or 2, maybe 2's better. If falling is less than 2, then only then we'll jump. So I can't jump while I'm in the air. I don't know if you heard that, but that was me pressing the up arrow, and that was me pressing space. Maybe we should make him jump a little higher, like 13. Yeah, that's better. So if you have a sprite with a lot of costumes, then you might need to look for different ways to animate. Oh wait, no, let's not animate yet. Let's turn the player first. So this is really simple. All you gotta do is you need to point in direction left, right times 90. Oh, right, I forgot. We just need to make it if not left, right. Oh, whoops. Left, right equals 0. Then we do that. But the character gets flipped around, or the character gets upside down, which is not what we want. So what we do is when green flag clicked, we set rotation style to left, right. Oh, whoops. So when we click the green flag, as you can see, it works now. So now in the X movement, we'll do if key right arrow pressed or key D pressed, and then well, this is gonna be really long. We get key right arrow pressed or key D pressed or key left arrow pressed or key A pressed. Then what we do is we just next costume. Oh wait, I just came up with a really efficient way to do this. Again, if not left right equals 0. My advice is not to use a wait here, because that might slow the game down. As you can see, especially because you're in a run without screen refresh, it's not that good. However, I do know a sprite that has costumes, and I'll show you how to use it. I don't know if it's okay if I showcase this in my video, but I'm gonna use Griffpatch's 16 frame Scratch Cat running animation. So what I'll do is I'll drag all of the scripts into the new Scratch Cat, and I'm gonna I make sure you drag the when green flag clicked last. Now you just gotta drag these out. And we could delete the player sprite. So now if we try this, it's gonna look really, really funky. The way we fix that is we make a new variable. We'll call it costume for the sprite only. Now we'll change costume by 1. And we'll switch costume wait. Yeah, I think we switch costume to run 01. And then we switch costume. Wait, no. All we do I'm overthinking this. We switch costume to 16. Hold up. Run 01. That's 7. So we switch costume to 7 plus modulus the floor of costume mod 16. As you can see, you get this, which looks pretty good actually, but when you stop, you get stuck on one of these costumes. So what we do is we just switch costume to stand once we're done with everything. That won't work. I'll just put this here. Yeah, now it works. If this is a little too slippery, Griffpatch has his own tutorial on how to fix this, but I'm not gonna watch it just so I could tell you in this video. However, if you want to make it so that he's jumping, then let's make a new block called switch costume, and we'll run without screen refresh. So we'll do, oh, also we should call this at the end, I believe. Switch costume. If falling is greater than 2, then we switch costume. Hold up, we should also make this an and less than like 13 maybe. Then we switch costume. Let's look at the costumes. Run J1. We switch costume to Run J1. And then if falling is greater than 13, we switch costume to Run J2. So if you want to, I've noticed this before. It said these hands are coming outwards instead of upwards. So if you want to, you could just like tweak it a bit in the costume editor. And now it looks a little better. And that's basically it. One more thing I do suggest is that you use a hitbox. It's pretty simple to do that actually. You just make a copy of the stand sprite. And then you make like a box around the scratch cat. Oh, make sure you remove the outline. You don't have to, but it's maybe you do. So you could just edit this however you want. And then you send this to the back. Then you gotta like try to delete all of the body parts. You probably should group it before you start doing this. Sorry about this. But once you're done, you should be left with one of these. And you can just name it Hitbox. And also make never mind. Undo. It's probably already centered. So what we should do is we should let's see. In our new switch costume, we take the X movement thing and move it to switch costume. So now at the beginning we should switch costume to Hitbox. And then after that Switch costume should do its job. And by the way, we should move this to the beginning. Like this. So this is looking pretty good. The hitbox might not be working, I don't know why, but I'm not the best coder on earth. So I'm just gonna test by putting something here. I don't know what just happened. It looks like the hitbox isn't working, because if it is working, then the character shouldn't be hanging on their whiskers. That's really weird. This is not a really ideal tutorial, but I'm not really the most ideal person, so, if you want to make a tutorial, if you want to make a platformer from a tutorial, you should follow Griffpatch instead, because he knows what he's doing. Anyways, thanks for watching. I'll see you in another episode. Bye.